polymers can be classified based on their structure or synthetic method. So based on these two categories, broadly there are two types of polymers are known. The first one, which is common polymerization method, is addition polymerization. Addition or chain growth polymerization. And this is of three types usually. One is, the common one is free radical addition polymerization. Dear students, what is polymerization? Polymerization is nothing but the process of uniting monomers into polymer is known as polymerization. So free radical addition polymerization, which is a common polymerization method, synthetic method, for example, under this polythene. Then the second method is ionic type, which is very rarely we use ionic polymerization. Under this polypropylene, for example, polypropylene. And under third category is coordination polymerization. Under this we are going to learn Ziegler-Natta catalysis. Yes students, so addition, chain growth polymerization, then condensation polymerization, or step growth, or it is a step growth, stepwise growth polymerization. Yes student, so step growth polymerization is also a common method of polymerization. So this is how under these categories we are going to learn different types of polymers. Under this, for example, nylon 6,6, nylon 6, polyester or terylene, common name is terylene, polyesters, polyamides. Yes, these are the different kinds of polymers we are going to learn in detail. Yes students, so the second category under polymers is condensation polymers, or these are also known as step growth polymers. Polymerization. Under this category, commonly we are going to have four types of polymerization. The first one is polyester polymerization, polyesters. The second one is polyamides, and the third one is phenol formaldehyde, for example bakelite polymers, and this one is melamine polymers. Yes students, So there are four types of polymers under condensation or step growth polymerization. So the common polyesters we are going to learn are Dacron. Dacron is nothing but polyester or terylene. We common name is terylene. And polyamides we are going to learn nylon 66 or nylon 6. And phenyl formaldehyde polymers we are going to learn bakelite, yeah, and novolac. Melamine, yes, melamine polymer we are going to learn with detail. Let us see Dacron, which is a polyester. How to prepare this? Yes, Dacron or polyesters. Polyesters or condensation polymerization. The name itself says there will be a removal of some condensation products. Usually during these reaction conditions or during these reactions, the side products are going to be water is going to be condensed out, or sometimes alcohol, or sometimes, for example, hydrogen chloride. Yes, so these are going to be removed out, or condensation byproducts, since it is a condensation polymerization. For example, polyester. So polyester, how to prepare polyester? Take ethylene glycol, this is ethylene glycol, or ethane 1,2-ethane diol. So n moles, and when I add these two, this is 1,4-dibenzoic acid, 1,4-dicarboxylic acid of benzene, or the common name is terephthalic acid. Terephthalic, phthalic acid. So terephthalic acid or paraphthalic acid, terephthalic acid upon reaction with ethylene glycol, for example at about 250 degrees centigrades, it is going to lose water. How? For example, this is alcohol and this is acid. It is going to lose water molecule. Simple esterification is going to take place. Alcohol is here, acid is here. We are heating. So minus, it is also n moles we are going to take. It is going to lose n moles of water molecule to give, let me write here, OH. So OH is going, and here what we have? Alcohol, and this is the ester part. Yes students, these structures also are very important. In JEE 2019 it was asked. So this is the polymer of polyester or Dacron. Then question, is it a homopolymer or copolymer? It is a copolymer, because the units are different. Here it is ethylene glycol and this is terephthalic acid, right? So it is ester. What is the ester here? Or it is a condensation polymer. What is the functional group here? Ester. That is why these are polyesters. So polyester cloths, we use polyesters, and as a single you can make it as polyesters, or it can be, it is crease resistance, means crease resistance, this polyester resistance. So crease means it is foldings, so we are not going to get foldings. Yes, when you take only cotton, natural cotton, it is going to have high foldings. So it is going to have foldings on cloths. But if you are going to use this polyester cloth, they are crease resistance. There will be no foldings. So simply if you wash and dry it, you are going to get crease free cloths. So that is why. So this polyester or Dacron is going to prepare fibers to make cloths, and it is very important uses of this polyester are, and it can be blended with cotton. So cotton mixed polyester you will get blended with cotton mixed polyester or polyester mixed cotton. So it is can be blended with cotton and wool also. Sometimes you can use with wool, and moreover, since it is crease resistance and it can be used as glass reinforcing material, means so the face shield what we are going to use in helmets, the glass is going to be mixed with glass plus this polymer or polyester is going to be used to make this face shields of helmets. So this is one of the uses of polyester. So Dacron, which is the condensation polymer. Why it is condensation? The reaction which is going to take place while preparation of these polymers is polyester, that is Dacron, and this boson adds number of, isn't it? So we are going to have this alcohol part and acid part. So this alcohol comes at here and another alcohol, acid, and alcohol. That is why n number of polymer chain lengthening is going to take place to get number of polymers. So this structure was asked in 2019 students. Yes. So what they did, they put oxygen here. Yes. So here OH R sometimes like that. So this is the actual way of writing. So this side don't write oxygen, this side don't write hydrogen. So this is the way polyester can be prepared, and these are the uses of polyester. Then let us take polyamides. Yes, polyamides. Dear students, these nylon 66 based questions were asked during 2019 January session. In all 8 sessions, there was a question based on this nylon 66. So, for example, nylon 66. It can be prepared from adipic acid. What is the formula of adipic acid? CH2 taken 4 times. Plus this is adipic acid. So during those questions, in that questions, yes, you will find the structures also. And with hexamethylene diamine, this is 6 carbon chain, students. Hexamethylene diamine. Adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. When I do the polymerization at about 250 degrees centigrade heating, it is going to lose this amide bond going to be formed, isn't it? So simply remove this water molecule, isn't it? So this amide minus N water condensation reaction, it is going to give this, and here also this is going to be OH is not going to be written here, and this is CH2 taken 4 times, and now it is the time to write NH, and this is CH2 taken 6 times, and NH, and this side it should be written like this: nylon. This is how many carbons are there? 1, 4 and 6. 1, 4, 5 plus 6, 6. And how many carbons here? 6. Nylon 6, 6. Yes? So nylon 6, 6, he is having amide bond. What is the bond here? Amide, polyamide. Because of this amide bond, it is going to have, amine is there, acid is there, it is going to have hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So similar to proteins, they are high dense polymers and they are tightly packed polymers. Yes, nylon is tightly packed and high dense polymers, and these are linear in structure, and there is no question of side chain. They are linear, high dense polymers, and they are tensile, means high strength taking polymers. That means it is highly strength polymer, and it is tough to break the polymer chain of this because of amide bonds and hydrogen bonding. That is why these are used to make nylon sheets, and most of the times this is used for, yes, nylon threads. Nylon threads are fibers, and for stitching rubbers, stitching shoes, we use nylon 6, 6. Moreover, the important uses of this nylon 6, 6 is bristles of brushes. Bristles of brushes. So paint brushes, or what are the brush or toothbrush, what we are going to use are bristles of nylon 6, 6. So it is going to have amide bond. This is nylon 6, 6. Then another example under this polyamides is nylon 6. So here we know caprolactam. Yes, we have come across this caprolactam Beckmann rearrangement. This is 7-membered ring having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 carbons. Let me write CH2, 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 CH2. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. And here it is going to have amide bond. This is caprolactam. Caprolactam. So in this example, we have to heat same at about 250 degrees centigrade by adding water. For what it is required? It has to take water, open up. It has to first open up. Let me write like this: water. So it is N moles. It is N moles. Let me write N here. Here also N. We are going to get N here. So nylon 6, 6. N must be there. So it is going to open up like this: water, H and OH. It is going to open up NH2 here. It is not going to be open up and going to form this chain, but for your understanding I am writing, students. CH2, and this is CH2, 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 and here it is OH. Now what is going to happen? Again it is going to lose minus water to give homopolymer. This is copolymer, students. Nylon 6, 6 is copolymer. And to give homopolymer of CH2, how many are there? 5 and CO. Right? So this is the nylon 6, 6, 6. nylon 6 polymer. Yes, so it is going to have amide bond with another molecule of this caprolactam. So this is manufacture of type cords. So it is used for manufacture of type cords and fabrics and ropes. Fabrics and ropes. So these are the common uses. Yes, students. So under polyamides, nylon 66 and nylon 6. Then let us see phenol formaldehyde, which is very important with respect to all your exams. So bakelite and novolite. Phenol formaldehyde polymer, which is novolite, then bakelite. Yes, so there are two variants of these polymers are known, students. So phenol formaldehyde. The first thing, if I take phenol, it is a condensation polymer. So this is the phenol. When I add formaldehyde in presence of acid or base, let me take acid. In presence of acid, it is going to form CH2OH. How? It is very simple, students. So mechanistically, if I write like this, H plus, it is going to add to here to give H, CO, H plus and H. Now it is going to attack onto this. It goes here. And it is C, O, H, and two hydrogens are here, right? And here hydrogen is here. Now it is going to form this. So back this removal of hydrogen takes place and this O minus and takes up this proton to give CH2OH, right? So up to here no confusion. So this is the way it is going to form this ortho position. At the same time, there is a chance to get CH2OH plus para position. Yes, and there is a chance to get the mixture of this also. Three positions also are going to be formed, CH2OH and here CH2OH. So phenols are ortho para directing groups. So this is the mixture of things we are going to get, right? So this phenol, that is methanol phenol or benzyl alcohol, orthohydroxybenzyl alcohol is the active species which undergoes this phenol formaldehyde polymerization. Yes, students, so this is how it is going to polymerize. This is the mechanism, right? So simple mechanism. Now when I take this phenol, this is CH2OH, and since this reaction is going to take place in presence of acid, it is going to form this chain lengthening I am showing, students. Hydrogen, hydrogen, and OH is there, and this is the plus. Now what happens? Another mole of this, it is there, this comes here. OH and CH2 OH is here. Now what is going to happen? It goes out and it comes like this. This adds on to this carbon. Yes, students? Do you understand this? To give, so this is 2 we are going to get. To give the polymer of, if I write CH2 OH CH2 minus water here, this water is going out, CH2 and OH. So same way, here hydrogen comes, this hydrogen, removal of hydrogen and adds to give phenol, that is understandable. And this CH2, yes, it is there, and this CH2 is going to add to another this orthohydroxy benzyl alcohol to give this side. And what I can do, I can add this side also CH2. Similarly, it is going to go on add number of phenol molecules to give CH2, and this is, I can write N. This is known as Novolac. Novolac, and it is used as paints. So paint in the industry, it is going to be used as paints. So this is Novolac. Up to here, ortho methylation is going to take place, students. So this structure is very important. Last time it was asked in JEE mains. So this is the structure. How we are going to get? So ortho methylation I explained, then followed by the side-on methylation, ortho position to side-on. So the oxygen which is there is going to react with this H plus and it is going to out as water to give this side chain. So like handing with making a chain formation like in your school, right? So it is similar to your chain formation of in your school. Yes, right. Now what happens? It can be taken out and used as Novolac. If I use this Novolac, excess formaldehyde, it is going to undergo further formulation. So let me write another molecule of this CH2 here. If I add hydrogen is here, yes, one formaldehyde here, and this is formaldehyde. I am going to add one more formaldehyde. Yes, all are having hydrogens here. For your understanding, I am writing, and let me write another same below of this. So Novolac, same Novolac molecule will be there in the reaction mixture, and hydrogen will be there. And this side, let me write reverse of this. OH is there, right? And this is CH2, and this is CH2. Yes, students. So when I do the reaction of these two molecules, what I am going to get? It is going to formulate in a similar way. So H plus adds to here, it goes out, and now this adds here, and yes, it adds here, removal of para position, removal of hydrogen and addition of back to this OH. So simply I can write like this. So condensation polymerization, remove water, remove water, remove water. Yes, what I am going to get when I remove water minus water, n moles of water, it is going to form, I am writing on the same, students. So it is going to form bakelite. So water is going to be out to form, this is the bakelite, which is nothing but this is adds to 1 mole of this, and let me use this color, and this is bakelite. Yes students, so when I use excess formaldehyde, it is going to give bakelite, right? So Novolac upon reacting with excess formaldehyde, we are going to get bakelite. So this is the structure of bakelite. Bakelite structure also was used, bakelite. So this was age-old bakelite. Yes, so this phenol and formaldehyde just heating, we are going to, in presence of acid, we are going to get bakelite. This bakelite, where do we find? Yes, common usage is, so electric switches, yes, it is high heat resistant strength, so it is not going to heat up. So electric switches and poor conductor of electricity, and cooking vessels, handles. Yes, these are the common uses of this bakelite. So this is the bakelite structure, and simply here Novolac, and two Novolac molecules, when I add, it is going to form bakelite. Yes, so this is how you are going to get bakelite structure. Bakelite structure. There is no question of meta alkylation because phenols are orthopara directing groups. So this structure is very important, students, to understand. Now you know how it is going to form. So simply remove water. You are going to get this bakelite by uniting two Novolac units. Yes. So it is a polymer, which is nothing but bakelite polymer. Next, melamine formaldehyde polymer. It is a condensation polymerization reaction. So where I have to take melamine, yes, this is melamine. When I add formaldehyde, yes, for example, it can be done under acid or base. Anyhow, so when I add this amine and aldehyde, it is going to condense. What is going to happen? It is going to condense. Yes, so I can write hydrogen here, and anywhere all are hydrogens. So for example, N and NH2, and here NH2, and this is N and N. Isn't it, students? So it is going to lose water minus water, like this. It is going to form amide bond, and the structure is going to be written like this. N hydrogen is here, and this is CH2 and polymer, and this side NH polymer, and this downside also write NH, and it is going to be added formaldehyde here also. Yes, three sides formaldehyde. It's a like sheet like structure we are going to get, sheet like structure. So it is like porous sheet like structure. So melamine, melamine polymer, and this is commonly used for making unbreakable utensils or crockery. Yes, students, unbreakable crockery. Yes, melamine. Yes, for example, there are some companies which makes melamine crockeries. So I am not supposed to take the names of them. You know the crockery companies, right? So this is how polymerization of melamine formaldehyde polymerization takes place, students. Next, now we know, and this is it homopolymer or copolymer? It is a copolymer. Yes, students. So this is how free radical polymerization and condensation polymerization will take place. So the difference is free radical polymerization step addition polymerization means, so there is no going out of any molecules. So step by it is goes on adding the molecules to give chain growth polymerization. When it comes to condensation, yes, it is a condensation reaction takes place where within the molecule are two different molecules, and during this condensation there is a chance of going out a small molecules like water. So this is water. In some cases it may lose alcohol, some cases HCl, like that. So that is how we are going to get condensation polymers. Right. So one of the important commercial polymers are polypropylene, and this polypropylene can be prepared from propene. And this propene polymerization can be done by ionic polymerization. So ionic polymerization, at the beginning of this lecture, what I said, acid catalyzed. So in presence of acid, yes, it adds to this double bond. So Markovnikov's addition takes place to give this is hydrogen and CH3, and this is the positive charge. Now it is going to add another, this is, so propene units I can write like this, CH3, yes. So goes on in moles of these propene units to give this, don't write in structure. So at the end it is going to have CH3, but the structural units are CH and CH3, and this is the polymer, that is polypropene. This is the polypropene we are going to get. The common use of polypropene is for making toys, pipes and fibers. Toys, fibers and pipes. Yes. So one of the main uses you have to remember is, for example, Teflon, right? So nylon 2,6 and PHBB. There are some specific examples, but these are common examples. Polypropylene, and the second one, if I write polystyrene. So polystyrene, how to do? Take styrene. This is styrene polymerization. What we are going to get? Polystyrene. N. So this is polystyrene, and the uses are insulator. Polystyrene, so common some polystyrene white sheets we will get. Yes. So wrapping material. Toys and radio and TV cabinets or TV cabinets, like that. We can make using polystyrene. Then the third one is polyvinyl chloride. This is PVC, polyvinyl chloride. It is also important, students. PVC pipes, PVC pipes, water pipes, right? Pumps. We will use PVC pumps, PVC pipes. Pipes we will get polyvinyl chloride. So vinyl chloride. What is vinyl chloride? Vinyl group CH2. This is vinyl and chloride. So polyvinyl chloride upon vinyl chloride upon polymerization, we are going to get polymer of polyvinyl chloride. This is PVC. So PVC commonly used for making pipes. PVC pipes are available, students. Pipes, handbags, pipes, raincoats, handbags, and vinyl flooring and water pipes and vinyl flooring. Yes, so flooring of houses can be done by using this PVC. PVC types are available nowadays. So PVC vinyl flooring can be done. And what else? Urea formaldehyde resin. Yes, urea and formaldehyde resin. This is very, very important, students. Urea formaldehyde. And structure is important. Resin. Yes, a resin. So if I take urea, what is the urea? NH2 and NH2 plus formaldehyde. Write down the formaldehyde. This is formaldehyde, and polymerization. I am going to get this urea formaldehyde resin. The structure is amide bond, students. NH, this side NH, and this is CO and NH, and this is CH2 N. Yes, this formaldehyde is not going to have oxygen. So in melamine we have seen. So this side another urea, it is going to take up this minus water. If I want to write N and N. So this side urea, if I write NH2 this side, that one hydrogen and this oxygen and one hydrogen, it is going to be out as water to give this urea formaldehyde resin. And this is useful for unbreakable cups. And laminated sheets. And the last one, excuse me, yes, the last one is glyptol. It is a polyester glyptol polymer. So in this we are going to use ethylene glycol plus phthalic acid. So what is the phthalic acid? Ortho 1,2 benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid is phthalic acid. It is very similar to our polyester, that is Dacron. So what is going to happen in this? It is going to lose water, condensation, polymerization, minus water, polymerization, N moles here, it is going to form polyester, but here it is phthalic acid to give this a glyptol. and here O, CH2, CH2 and O, and this is ester, and I can write like this, and this is the glyptol, and this is used in paints, glyptol, used in paints and lacquers, paints and lacquers. Yes students, so these are all the commercially important polymers. Dear students, now we have learned what are the polymers, how many types are there. We have come across majorly two types of polymers, that is chain elongation or addition polymerization reactions, and the second one is condensation polymerization reactions. And condensation polymerization, most of the polymers are nowadays prepared by condensation polymerization under this nylon 66, polyester and the PHBV. All these are comes under condensation polymerization, and this is how we can prepare number of polymers, and it is a very big industry is there, right? Throughout the world, polymer industry is a very big industry where number of polymers are going on prepared, and these some of them are this glyptol, PVC, and nowadays you may not imagine without polymer, your life without polymer, the way the clothes what we wear and the pens, yes these pens, and what else, whatever you take, they are going to be made up of polymers. Yes, thank you students, I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Dear students, please subscribe my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Thank you students, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel Venus Academy if you are not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Thank you, bye, we will meet again with a new lecture. Till then, bye, thank you, arigato gozaimasu. Bye students.